Guys, what is going on? This is Kevin from fearlessprogression.com, and I wanted to make this video a bit about happiness and a common area of belief, and something I used to believe back in the day, is that happiness is not a choice, but something that you achieve, when you become successful, when you achieve a certain thing in your life. Some people think, if I make more money, I'm going to be happy. If I could only have that beautiful girlfriend, that girl I've always wanted to date, then I'm going to be happy. But what makes you think that having something more or achieving something in particular is going to change how you feel? What makes you think that? A common saying that they say out there is that if you can't be happy with what you have now, then what makes you think you're going to be happy when you achieve success? And this could be in any area of your life. It could be developing more self-esteem, more confidence, growing an online business, having stronger relationships, things like that. Any goal that you're working towards. Now, the truth here is that happiness doesn't actually lie in anything that you achieve in the future. Happiness is really something that you can have in a state you can be in the present moment. Now, one major core concept behind this is that you really need to learn how to get appreciation from the smallest things. Things such as the air that you breathe. That's obviously something that will take a lot of practice because, breathing air is something we're incredibly used to and something we take for granted incredibly. But I'm talking about things in your regular routine, things that you may have to do by necessity. You can't always do the things you want to do in that particular moment. So, you may be, let's say, at your job somewhere and you're, in the lunchroom or something, and you're thinking, man, like, I'm only on my break. It's just a regular break. I have one of these every day. But maybe you're eating something that tastes delicious. Maybe you're being able to sit down after, running around here and there throughout your shift or whatever you're doing. And you can, appreciate being able to do those small things that can make yourself, give you those small pleasures and make yourself feel good. And, I would like to emphasize that a good website and a good blog that I check out with regards to this stuff is zenhabits.com, run by Leo Babauta. And he is very big on mindfulness and, finding enjoyment in the present moment. And I highly recommend to learn more about, finding appreciation out of very small things in life. I'd recommend that you definitely check out his blog and see what he has to offer because he has a lot of useful strategies. Now, you also should be practicing mindfulness because what mindfulness and first of all, mindfulness is basically becoming more like aware of what you're experiencing in any given moment. That includes your emotions, your surroundings, any kind of circumstance that's happening in this given moment. So by practicing mindfulness, doing some meditation there, here and there, you're going to become more present and you're going to enhance your experience of the present moment. And this includes everything that's happening right now. Obviously, right now, if I were to evaluate my present moment, I would be hearing my own voice. I would be seeing myself on camera. I would be able to touch this selfie stick that I'm using right now. I'd be able to taste my saliva, I guess. I mean, I'm not eating anything right now, but this is just an example. You can use the five senses to really enhance your experience at this given moment. And you can also get pleasure from, again, day-to-day small activities, reading, that's a great one. You can do that all the time, and it's something that's very pleasurable, drinking some nice hot tea, taking a warm shower, enjoying the fact that you have a warm bed to sleep in at night, The idea here is that you don't have to make things perfect in order to feel happiness, that would be absolute torture because we can't actually get or achieve a perfect state of being. We're getting better and better and we're growing. But what makes it, why do you make it seem as if where you are at in life is not deserving of happiness, but where someone else is at in life is deserving of happiness? They still have a long way to achieve perfection as well, and so do you. They're just a little bit further ahead. And that isn't a big deal. So you shouldn't punish yourself. You should allow yourself to be happy in this given moment. And another thing you need to be aware of is that emotions are, again, passing brain chemicals, and they don't have to control your overall state. It's completely normal and okay to feel a little sad, a little frustrated or agitated about stuff. Things happen in your life. You're not perfect. We get affected by stuff. But why not just observe the emotion instead of getting affected about it? Why not just sit there with the emotion? Allow it to just be there. Why do you have to act on it, be reactive, and give into it and get absorbed by how you feel? Think about how many arguments out there could be prevented if angry people, instead of lashing out on another person, they just took a couple moments, sat down by themselves, just sat there with their emotions, and then just let the motion pass. All emotions are constantly fluctuating. They're passing and they're coming and going, and it's important to be aware of how emotions work. And um, this is going to help you, be able to minimize the negative states that you're in, and increase your overall happiness and state of being. Especially if you eat well, if you exercise well, if you sleep well, if you do these things very well, you're going to be able to be in more positive moods as well and prevent those negative emotions from flaring up. But negative emotions are inevitable, and it's important to know how to deal with them and not let them affect your core state. And another thing that is a common question, when it comes to happiness, especially in the area of personal development and goal setting, is that if I can be happy in the present state, then why should I have goals? It's a common paradox, because if I'm happy right now, then this is enough, right? Like, why do I need to do all these things? Why do I need to achieve success in all these areas of my life if I can just be okay right now? But the idea here is that you have to realize that the present moment is enough. That's the key. What you're experiencing right now is all you need. It's all you need to, feel good about your progress and allow yourself to just feel good about life in general. You have to realize that, again, many people out there don't have half of what you have. There's tons of stuff you have that you can be grateful for right now. It sounds very cliche, but it's true. I mean, people out there who are less fortunate are out there like wishing and hoping that they can have some of the things you have. This shirt I'm wearing right here, like, there's people out there right now who'd love to be able to just put on a shirt and look nice and be warm. And um, I'm in this house right now that's keeping me warm from the outside temperatures. There's people out there on the street right now who are lying there and don't have a home or place to go or warm up or anything like that. It's just simple things that I can be grateful for right now. Why not feel happy about that? So that's the idea. And when in terms of actually going after your goals, you want to be able to go after your goals out of self-love. Knowing that what you have now is enough, but you should be able to give yourself the gift of growth. Being able to improve your character. Offer as much value and more value as possible to other people. These are all positive things, but they're not things that you need to be happy. So, be able to get more meaning out of your life, and especially when you are out there enduring the challenges and hardships that come with going after your goals, allow yourself to just feel joy in the process, the process of, potentially failing and just going and doing whatever you're doing. When I go to the mall to, practice talking to people sometimes, I don't necessarily always hate it or anything like that. I look for things that are positive about the experience, such as the fact that the mall I go to is beautiful. It's a nice mall with nice stores, and there's peaceful music. There's music that I like listening to there. I get to see different kinds of people. It's the curiosity of myself makes the experience enjoyable. And even when I'm going on my nights out with my friend, I there's a lot of excitement involved by who am I going to meet, what's going to happen in the place I go. Again, just be curious about your life, be curious about the way that things evolve, and just there's so much out there to just to enjoy, just to be positive about. And I want to urge you guys just to take on this new perspective. Take a look at your life. Are you living your days constantly getting affected by your emotions? Are you being very reactive to how you're feeling? Or are you in a proactive state? Are you making an effort to be grateful, to enjoy what you're experiencing on a day-to-day basis? Are you just enjoying your life in general? This is stuff you want to run through your head. And that's about it for today, guys. So I want to urge you guys again to go over to check my blog at fearlessprogression.com. This blog post with this video will go up very soon. It should be up at the time of this video. And you can go over to like me on social media on Facebook, at Fearless Progression, on Twitter at Fearless Prog, FearlessProg, and you can follow me on Instagram as well. So my website link should be up here on the video somewhere, so you can definitely click it, or not necessarily click it, but you can go to the website and check it out, and if not, it'll be in the description below. So till next time, guys, I want to, urge you to practice this stuff, and I hope you have a great day, and take care.